friends, I'm very well known as being a crocaholic. And Crocs does this thing every October where they call it Croctober. It's definitely a marketing thing, but I wanted to do a bit of an activity and sort of a challenge to myself where I did 1 month of different croc outfits. It was a lot of fun to make. It was certainly a challenge because I usually just dress for comfort. I was really struggling with the intro. Here's day 1. This challenge already started off on sort of a weird note. I was on a business trip turned fun trip in DC. We start off really strong with this purple and green look, showing off the mint green platform Crocs, pairing it off with this lovely purple cardigan, purple skirt combo. We have the lovely green accessories coming in, really tying the look together, and I wore this out to the movies. My parents at the time had still never seen the second Spider-Verse movie, so this was a fantastic movie fit. For our second outfit, since I'm visiting DC in these clips, we had a bit of like a sightseeing day with the bestie. For this day, I wore one of my favorite pairs of Crocs. It's these black shiny platform Crocs. I get a lot of people asking me, like, where I got the jibbas from. I just bought it like that. Paired that with this Zara top that I actually thrifted for like $1, $2, something awesome. We started our morning off by going to a bakery. I had this everything croissant that was stuffed with cream cheese, and it was just as good as it sounds. After that, we headed over to do some thrifting. The thrifting gods, I guess, knew I was making a video because I found this freaking cape. I wanted a cape for a long time. This was a dope freaking find. I was pumped. Then we ended the day doing one of my favorite things of all time.
You ever wonder why we're here?
The next day is road trip day, so I dressed really comfortably. I'm just wearing my dumb shirt. Since I'm on a trip, I don't have a lot of Croc options, so I just wore the black Crocs again because they are my shortest platform, therefore I thought they would be the most comfortable going on the trip. I started the morning right by saying hi to the boys. I get it that we all have our own best friends and we all think that our best friend is the coolest. My best friend bought me turtles. And we embarked on a road trip to Philly. We had a few road snacks, but for the most part, we tried not to eat because we feasted when we arrived. This is Perla. It's one of my favorite restaurants, period. Dip it in vinegar, some rice. The food is phenomenal and you get to eat with your hands. It was a lot of fun after a long day of road tripping and we got to fill our gullets. And then look at that, we ate all of it. Concert day. This is the whole reason why we went to Philly in the first place. We started off by getting some bomb Chinese food. Then we went back to our place to get ready for the show. The Gugger put on their clothes, and I really had mostly dressed for the day, so I just got some accessories and put on makeup. The vibe I was going for this day was sort of like a pink lemonade sort of thing, and I have this lovely lemon purse to pull the whole thing together. And I just want to pull a little bit of special attention to this. I got little Team Chaotix clips. I paired this pink lemonade fit with my yellow platform Crocs. People certainly got a kick out of how we looked that day. They enjoyed us so much that we got flags, which was super fun. The concert slapped. I never heard of Grant Perez before this, but his energy is awesome to see on the stage. Then went into Ricky, I wasn't expecting to be so chaotic and fun. We sang along with MXM Tune.
You guys make nice lip ducks.
And then we absolutely bawled our eyes out to Cave Town. One of my favorite days of the challenge, for sure. After that, we drove back to DC because we had to go see a giant duck. You can see it on our faces. We were not expecting the duck to be as big as it was. It was freaking huge! To match the duck, we both went with this all yellow look to the best of our abilities. So we see a nice return of the yellow platform Crocs on my part, and the Grant Perez shirt from the concert prior for Gugger. We took some pictures, we worshipped the duck, and then we went back and
You ever wonder why we're here?
the next day, I got ready by putting on all of my clothes for the airport, and then my flight totally got canceled. So you know what that means?
You ever wonder?
Wonder what?
Oh, sorry, kinda spaced out.
Day 7, for the most part, I'm rocking the same fit. This is my favorite airport outfit. It's a long shirt and a long skirt because you can hike the skirt up as much as you need to depending on if you're hot and cold. And then I paired that with the black Crocs because it went with the darker vibe compared to the light yellow Crocs. I hopped on the plane and got back home. It was still very wet when I got in and it was still very drizzly, but the main thing is that I made it. And then I showered, and then I wore this fit. It's just comfy clothes when you've been uncomfortable for a long time. I paired that with these pink Crocs because they're just classic Crocs. They're Crocs. They're some of the lightest, most comfortable Crocs. Really great for lazy days if you just need to step outside to grab the mail every so often. Day 8, outfit number 8. I was still really tired from all the trip shenanigans and being away from home. So I just kind of took this as like a lazy day outfit. I'm just wearing a blue and white bathrobe and I paired that with these blue and white platform Crocs to be extra cozy, and because at this time my computer was still broken and blue screening, I just did some work on my laptop and that was pretty much it. For day number 9, the Blue Beetle movie came out. I know overall, like, that was received as a very mid movie, but my roommate Jay freaking loves Blue Beetle, so we absolutely had to go on opening day. Had this blue and black, definitely not Blue Beetle inspired, just Blue Beetle colors inspired outfit, and I paired that with my Post Malone. We also tried the Pop Rock Slurpee it was like they released it for the TMNT movie. But it's literally, they give you a Slurpee cup and then they give you a packet of Pop Rocks. After that, we hit up the arcade and Jay totally got this cinnamon roll plush in one turn.
All it took was too much money.
Day 10, Slime Day. Today we went to the Slumu Institute. Today I had a Decorque look and I paired this with my mint green platforms again because I just felt like it balanced the look, and then in my mind slime is green. This was a freaking blast. We had never been to Slumu before, and then prior to coming, Jay was not a slime person, but he definitely left a slime person. Outfit number 11, there was this Lolita group meetup where everyone got together and watched Kamikaze Girls. I'd never been to one of these meetups, nor had I ever seen Kamikaze Girls. I don't have a lot of classic Lolita style dresses, so I kind of went with this black dress that I thrifted in Japan. The best thing I had to go with that is the good old reliable black and gold Crocs, and I freaking love the movie. I wasn't expecting it to be so campy. Everyone was super sweet there. I was just like not social enough to talk to other people, but yeah, it was a good time. On day 12, we made a little trip out to the Promised Land. I'm not gonna spoil or give away exactly what I got. We'll see it a little bit later in the video, but Jay got these sick Crocs. I have these trans flag Crocs. I paired these with the Pretty Boy shirt from the Omocat website and this skirt I've had for ages. We hit up a Japanese grocery store to play with some crane games again. Jay, once again, first try. Ooh, baby. Ooh, there he goes. Not even breaking a sweat. These next whole fits, I'm gonna show you how to work on Crocs. So day 13, this was leg day, baby, my favorite day at the gym. I wore these like sneaker style Crocs. I just paired this with some sweatpants and just a comfy t-shirt, and yeah, that was this day. Here's another example of like something more realistically I'd wear to the gym. Exercise pants, a loose fitting top, and then the clog style Crocs. It's just the pink ones again. This is an arm day. I'm not gonna show a lot of me. It's not impressive. So here's Jay absolutely killing it. And then I guess we went home and watched Bluey, and I was really tripping out over this. What? Oh my god. And then if you need another option for athletic wear, this was another gym fit, or so it should have been. We went to the gym, we couldn't find any parking spaces, and we figured, we might as well stay outside and do something productive. So this turned into a car wash fit. But again, it's just some more workout pants. These are more like sweatpants style, nice fitting t-shirt, and then some clogs again. Day 16, we went to go see this Lego exhibit. This was a frick ton of fun. I did another, let's say, Decorate inspired look. Because like slime, Legos are colorful. I paired this with the blue and white platforms again, but this time I jazzed it up with some chain gibbets, and then I got these like off-brand South Park gibbets from my mom. It's like fine enough, and you get to Eric Cartman and he's bright red, and then there's Tweak in his iconic brown shirt. I don't know, man. My favorite part was this area. I just thought it was really relaxing, and you got to sit in these big beanie bag chairs. Day 17, we went to our favorite gardens and we took some pictures. So I just have like it's like a breezy outfit, but covered up from the sun sort of thing. With this breezy fit, I have these red Minnie Mouse clog style Crocs. They're kind of older, it's like chipped off a little bit. I don't know, I think it paired really nicely. This was such a perfect photo day. It was like, I'm kind of so-so on a bunch of these, but considering I haven't been shooting a lot. I'm not mad at these. We ended our day with these ice cream sandwiches that were absolute game changers. Holy crap, these are so good. Like, you can see it on our faces when these ice cream sandwiches hit, and we're just amazed. Day 18, we went thrifting. Here we see the debut of the Crocs that I bought on day 12. I got a lot of compliments from middle-aged women in this outfit. I know that's like a meme, like, I don't dress for men, I dress for women. But it really felt like I don't dress for women, I dress for moms. We found our new favorite thrift store on this day. It's called the Lost and Found Youth thrift store in Atlanta, Georgia. According to their website, the Lost and Found Youth is an Atlanta-based nonprofit that exists to end homelessness for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, LGBTQ, and all sexuality minority youths. It was just a fun thrift store in general, and some of the best finds of the day. On day 19, my parents came to town. On this day, we wore one of my favorite jumpsuits, and I paired this with these limited edition 7-Eleven platform Crocs. I really thought this pulled the look together, especially with the orange fruit beret. We went to Raku, and I had the tonkatsu again, because I really love their tonkatsu. And then after that, we went to go harass Jay at his workplace. That was a lot of fun stuff again. We're gonna get to another break. We showed you how to work out, but what about when you just need to work? I currently work from home, so of course I wear Crocs to my job, but I did used to have like 9 to 5 traditional office jobs, and I still wore Crocs in those jobs. This is how I implemented Crocs in a professional environment. Starting off strong with number 1, we got this pink cardigan look, which I paired with these pink floral platform Crocs. This is something that I will rock often, and it's perfect for even just like what I'm doing here. I'm working on one of my Omori edits, sitting on the desk, typing away. Depending on the place you work, it's something that's totally viable. Minty, Talissa, those are still Crocs. I can't wear those in my office. I need to wear heels. I got you. These are Croc heels? So these, I really genuinely love the shape of these Croc heels. I think they just have such an elegant look to them. And I usually wear these with like a long skirt, maybe some sort of collared shirt layered underneath. You honestly wouldn't know these were Crocs unless you're too into Crocs like I am. And then somewhere that's sort of in the middle, it's not fully the clog style Croc, it's not fully the heel. We have those lovely Crocs that we've seen before in the thrifting day. And I thought this gave some really realistic, like, 3 strong candidates for Croc office outfits. Let's go, let's go! Obviously this doesn't work for everyone in every single office, but I really think it opens up possibilities for some people who would never think to wear stuff like this. Something that I put here with the professional clothes, but I would wear in a professional environment. I heard it was all the rage these days to pair blazers with crop tops. So I just put this in because blazers are professional. Because it matches perfectly, I just paired this mint green blazer outfit with the mint green platforms. Also, shout out to Kaya from Pastel Plague Shop for making all these little cats. My desk does get really crazy and messy a lot of the time, but I love to keep little desk buddies. With that, we've knocked out outfits 20 through 23. Day 24, my mom caught wind that I was doing this video. Went to a Crocs store and saw these monstrosities. I got the Crocs. We started the day by helping a turtle get out of the road. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of just stomped around in these and took pictures. The next day, I had really been putting off watching the Barbie movie, and Reagan had really been grilling me on it, so I did watch the Barbie movie. I was supposed to like cook a whole pink meal. There was no time, so instead I just had these PUBG gummies, and I bit off the blue parts so I could have a nice pink food to eat. We did an all pink fit for Barbie, and then we've got these incredible Hello Kitty Sanrio pink Crocs. These are one of my favorite Crocs releases. I have not worn them outside yet. After that, I threw in this kind of bonus day. I did do like a quick New York family trip. On this day, I got these Trip NYC pants. The only Crocs I brought on this trip, again, surprise, surprise, were the black and gold ones. We just tore up the town. I clipped on some fake bangs. We saw Back to the Future. We got rained on. I took off my fake bangs. We went to the Angry Birds Cafe. So we have this fit is tied together beautifully with this, Angry Birds backpack. The food was so good. I had this ube espresso. We had ube cheesecake. The highlight for me was actually this chuck dome, and it was just a lovely fluffy lemon coconut dessert. And I just really love coconut, and the lemon added just a nice acidic note. And then they had gachapon in the back, so I did a couple gachapons. Now, October. What happens in October? Halloween. Here are some character Croc outfits, because you can indeed cosplay in Crocs, and this is how you can do it. So for this day, I did a look inspired by Number 3 from Codename Kids Next Door. Just popped on some bangs. I got this green Pokemon Omocat collaboration long sleeve, and then just, yeah, like long leggings and those like Vans style Crocs again. Paired this with my Rainbow Monkeys backpack, and then we're good to go. Similar vein, but like stepping it up a little bit, we got Wendy Testaburger from South Park. I was gonna try and describe it. This is just straight up what she wears. Like, you can't tell me otherwise. Here's a side-by-side. That's her outfit. I jazzed it up a little bit with the Hello Kitty beret, and then we pair that with, it's the return of the Hello Kitty Crocs. Kind of amping up the character costumes. I feel like we're taking a step up every time. We've got Mari from Omori. I definitely could have floofed my hair a bit more, so it's a little flat. But yeah, we've just got, you know, essentially what she wears in the real world sequences. And then I paired that with the heel style Crocs again. Here you can see me trying to jazz it up a little bit. If you want to spice up a Crocs look, you can also just tie ribbons around your feet, around the Crocs, and it's just another way to sort of add a different look to them. We've got number 3, we've got Wendy, we've got Mari. I wanted to take a trek underground to where the monsters are. And with the way things are going, I think you can see a little pattern here. On this day, I dressed up as none other than Sans Undertale. Yeah, this was a goofy day, but I had this, like, you can't really see it, but it's a skeleton lace shirt. And then I just, yeah, I swear I didn't buy this for the video. I've had this jacket for years, and it's just very Sansy, paired that with a white wig, and then of course just the classic pink clogs. They just go so well with that. I wanted to just be in character. You could just kind of see how it like devolved. I'm afraid for the calendar. Its days are numbered. My wife said I should do lunges to stay in shape. That would be a big step forward. Singing in the shower is fun until you get soap in your mouth. Then it's a soap opera. Last but not least, day 31. Today. I did not think these Crocs would make it into the video. I didn't think these Crocs would see the light of day. But here we are. So on this day, I wore my oldest pair of Crocs. These Crocs are nasty. They've got permadirt on them, but they're super comfortable. They have all of my love. These aren't my like first pair of Crocs. I will clarify that. My very first pair of Crocs I got from my grandma when I was like in the 1st grade, and we had a dog that would just so they're super destroyed. These feel lighter, they feel squishier, they feel softer, and then they've got like different patterns on them. And just like that, that's 31 days of Crocs. If you feel so inspired, go make little Croc outfits, show them off on Instagram. Like, I want to see what everyone else is doing. I should put a note that this isn't sponsored by Crocs. I just have a problem. Bye, thank you.